All right, so let's go through this source code real quick. We have our imported libraries and SQL classes. Here we have 5 of our global variables. We have connect, which is object of type connection, which is used for connecting to a specific database. We have an instance of statement, which is an object used for executing a static SQL statement and returning the result it produces. We have a prepared statement instance, which is an object that represents a precompiled SQL statement. And I'm sorry, I meant 4 global variables. Anyways, and we also have result set, and then we go into our main function. So in our main function, we have 6 SQL query strings. This one just drops. It checks if there's a current student table, and if there is, it basically deletes it. And then statement 2 creates a student table, given that one doesn't already exist, and it creates it with these 3 attributes: name, address, and status. And we have statement 3, which inserts into the student table a tuple with all 3 attributes set to question marks. And then SQL statement 4 inserts into the student table a tuple with name set to, oh my lord, what's happening? To John at this address, and he's a junior. Let me just expand this a bit. All right. SQL statement 5 updates student with a new address, given that the name is Mr. Liu, Xiong Liu. And finally, statement 6, query 6, deletes a student whose name is Xiong Liu from the student table. And then in our try statement, we print to the console, select the table, and then print it out and print out its content. And all the way down here, we have this statement. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that. Oh Lord. Okay, hold on. Okay. So this statement, when the getConnection method is called, the driver manager will attempt to locate a suitable driver from amongst those loaded at initialization and those loaded explicitly using the same class loader as the current applet or application. Down here we have a variable that is all right, and down here we have our statement value set to connect that create statement, and then we call the execute update method, which executes the SQL statement SQL1, and again we execute the SQL query SQL2. Then down here we basically we access the student table and we execute statement 3, which was the one with the question marks, and we basically replace those question marks with the associated attributes, name, address, and the class standing, and then we execute the update. And then we execute statement 4. Here we basically print out all of the tuples from the student table, and then we print out well, here we execute that statement up here, and then we print out to the console that an update is occurring, and so basically after the execution of the update we should have the result of these few lines of code. And all this is doing is updating and all it's doing is updating the first tuple with name set to Xiang Lu, and it is replacing Xiang Lu's address with 4500 Cass Avenue, and then again it's printing out all the tuples from the table of students, and this is redundant code right there, but that's okay. And here it prints to the console that a change is occurring after the blah, 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 blah. And here it's printing out to the console after the delete statement is executed. So we are expecting a table tuple to be deleted, which is done with this set of code. So here we are deleting the tuple where name is set to Xiang Lu, and then again we are executing this query, which just displays all the table all the table tuples. And again, more redundant code. I don't know why I didn't delete that. And then finally our catch statement, which prints out the error if there is an error. And finally, the close function is called, which is implemented at the very bottom here. And that's basically it for the main function, which is, I'm assuming, really the important part of this program. So I'm just going to run it. So open up the console. All right, go ahead, navigate to the folder. Go ahead. All right. So we have our MySQL connector. We have our test3. Oh, forget about that. Test3.java. And so if we compile, and then run it, and there is our result. So we have the first row here, and we have the second row of the table here. And then after the update statement is executed, you can see that John's attributes remain the same, but Xiang Lu's attributes, I'm sorry, no, just one attribute. His address changed from 123 Main Street to 4500, or 4500 Cass Avenue. And then after deleting, or after the delete statement is executed, you can see that Xiong Lu's row is completely gone, and we're just left with John's row. So that is basically it. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.